Give it a couple seconds before we start the show off. Holy heavens. I can't believe today is officially Friday. Wow. Let's give it a couple seconds before we start the stream. And for a lot of you that are tuning in, let's make sure that you tune in. Yes, let's make sure that you tune in. And we should officially be live. Let me make sure again, one more time. We should officially be live. Let me see. Yes, today, ladies and gentlemen, today is April 11th, 2025. April 11th, 2025. Yes. And here we go. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to... Yes, you know the channel. Reaper Crew, you know the channel. Reaper Crew, you know what time it is. We're number one for all of you watching. Thank you for tuning into this stream. Don't forget, if you are new, don't forget to hit that like button, tap the screen a couple times or down below. Or you can subscribe up here. Ladies and gentlemen, I have something special for you. Not only are we going to be cooking today, we're going to be cooking with some Kinders, yes? And yes, we got something beautiful here. New York strips, right? Point them out, Riz, before I say anything. We got the Booker'S here, brand spanking new, yes? Brand spanking new. I just got it maybe 2 hours ago. About 2 hours ago. So for some of you watching, you probably never tried this Booker'S, and I do know that before we even talk about this show and this stream, let's give a little shout out to everybody that super chat yesterday. Huge shout out to Edgar Romeo and Joe Waters yesterday for adding to the stream, and for all of you that do send super chats throughout the streams, every day. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. I'm gonna say this: the only way to interact with me, mainly on these streams, you can interact with my wrenches, but one of the main ways is for you to actually send super chats. In the chat room, you can send comments, messages. There's a lot of comments and messages, but the main ones that I tend to are my members, or if you send the super chat, usually you can send whatever super chat it is. The bigger the super chat, that's usually you're going to be on the show for the whole stream. Bigger the super chat. I believe this week, $100 super chat for one person. Shout out to them. Last week, I think it was $200. And from one person, that was insane. We've been getting great super chats, but you know what? We have to step it up. It's the beginning of April, yes? We got to step it up. We got to do a good show. My energy is pretty high today. Point of the matter is, here we go. I got to step it up for all of you. We're going to do these steaks. But before we do these steaks, look at this. Look at this. How beautiful. Yesterday, if you didn't watch yesterday's stream, you want to rewatch it. The only way you rewatch is and know how I cooked my beautiful meat is if you have the membership. I do recommend many of you to get the membership if you haven't. Down below in the details, there's a way you could click that link. It's on YouTube, and you could be added to the membership club. Yes, membership club. We have about close to 400 and something, about 420 people. So for all of you watching, we got two Kinders. Anyways, the main star of the show today is Booker'S, okay? Booker'S. Now, I'm going to say this. I do want to talk about fragrances, too. Somebody's going to be getting a free. Yes, somebody's going to be getting a giveaway soon. Should be tomorrow or Monday. Okay? Somebody should be getting one of the Seraphims in the mail. The point of the matter is, we're not talking about fragrances. We're not talking about food right now. At the beginning of the show, I do want to drink maybe Booker'S, right? But before we drink Booker'S, let's talk about something real quick, okay? Let's talk about this bad boy. Now, for all of you watching, let me just say this. Let me back up just a tad bit. A little bit too close into that. Too close into those whiskey and that meat. I think there's a good view. There's a good view now. Okay. I'm going to say this for a lot of you, okay? And please be sure, before I open this Booker'S up, I'm going to make sure you guys know. You gotta start with whiskey that's a little bit low proof, okay? Some of you are new into whiskeys. You don't know what it is to drink whiskey, right? You gotta start with low proof. You can't go straight into 130 proof whiskey, right? You shouldn't. You shouldn't. You just shouldn't, right? You shouldn't. There's no rules. There's no rules, but just still, you shouldn't. That's like going to a theme park. I would do something like it. Go to a theme park, go to the craziest ride. You understand? And then from the craziest ride, that's it. You don't ride anything else because you just did it all. You already did it all. You understand what I mean? You can't just go on your first date from first base to home. I do that sometimes, but it's not a good thing. If you do that, most likely you're not going to like the woman the next hour. You understand what I mean? Same thing goes with, for all of you gentlemen and for the ladies, same thing goes with whiskey. Okay, with whiskey, you want to try to have something low proof. Now, let me tell you, I've tried to pick out random one that I had closest to my refrigerator, and this is the one I found. This is 86 proof. Okay, this is 86 proof, and I paid about $36.99 for this. Okay, so to start off the stream, before I open up that Booker's and we get more people showing up, I'm going to start off by drinking this one, okay? This is Evan Williams Single Barrel. These are great bangers. If you haven't bought this one, under $40, really good. Let's pop this open. All right, let's pour it up here. Oof, I dropped a little bit. We're going to put this over here, a little thing. We're going to put that over here. Yeah, we're going to put this over here. You know, we're going to stack this. Let's stack this up. Beautiful. Okay, now before we do this, oh, got a little bit of whiskey on here. Cheers, all of you. It is Friday. It is Friday. It is Friday. It is a Friday. Before I drink this, one more drink of water. Ha! All right, here we go. One more drink of water. Single barrel, 86 proof. First whiskey of the stream. We're going to open up the Booker's now for all of you that want to know about Booker's. Guess what? I'm going to give you an honest review. I'm going to tell you if it's worth buying. But before anything, we're going to drink this. Here we go. Let's drink this up. You see, that's really good. That's outstanding. For some reason, some whiskeys, they get better. They get better over time. More air goes into your bottle, the better it gets. This is really good. Really good. $36.99 is insane. Let's pop this open. Real good. Okay. So now comes the time. Booker's. Let's put it like this. Booker's. Ooh. Booker's. Oof. Booker's. Booker's. Oof. Look at this puppy. Booker's. Here we go. We're going to pop this open. Booker's. Oof. Look at the color on this. Oof. Look at the color on this. Holy heavens. Juices automatically, just look at that. Look at the color on that bad boy. Booker's. Okay, here we go. Brand new, this is brand new Berry Batch 2025, brand new one, just came out. Not many people know about this yet. It's coming out into your state. Let's do this. Let's pop this open. Okay, before we pop this open, I gotta see what we got here. I have no idea. I have no idea what this says. Brand new. Brand new. Okay, so a little bit of details on this bottle. A little bit of details. It says over here, aged for 7 years and 2 months and 4 days. Proof is 125.7 proof. 125.7 proof. It also says 41% came from the 5th floor. Warehouse 3. 14% came from the 5th. 4% came from the 7th floor. 32% came from the... Who gives a damn about the floors? I honestly don't care. I'm not a master distiller. I'm the driver. I'm the driver of these whiskeys, right? I don't give a dang what floors they come from. But if you want to know, the details are here. A little bit of summary of the, I guess, what they did on here. Personally, I don't give a damn about the history of this, okay? I'm gonna be honest with you. Some of you think I care. Some of you think I care. I don't. All I care about is the juice. I care about the juice. If the juice is good to tell you to buy this, that's all I give a dang about. I don't give a hoot about the history. Matter of fact, this whiskey could have been distilled by Donald Trump. I wouldn't give a dang. Wouldn't give a hoot. Point of the matter is, we're going to pop this open. The hardest thing is to pop open the top. You see the top? There we go. You see the top? That's the hardest thing. So let's do this perfect, okay? Let's do this perfect. Hooted and hollering. Hooted and hollering. Looks good. Looks good. All right, before anything, I'm going to pour a little bit more. Honestly, I'm going to pour a little bit more, and we're going to put this back. Okay, here we go. We're going to start cooking soon. We're going to start cooking soon, but my meat is still cold, right? Ladies and gentlemen, this is the first time I can maybe tell you, maybe it's going to be the time that I tell you it's worth buying. Booker'S is the product. Booker'S is a product from Jim Beam. So if you don't know Jim Beam, well, they make a lot of Jim Beam products, obviously. It's called Jim Beam. Point of the matter is, this is a specialty, right? They come in batches. Usually the batches throughout the year, they get released. If you don't know already, now you know. I do tell you, I don't recommend Booker'S for the last couple of years, and I haven't recommended it for a long time. The reason why is because of the price. The price, not only the price, but there's other whiskeys out there that are a lot better. So I'm going to say this, is just finally, in 2025, I had to get it. Had to get it. It's a legendary. It's a just like Joe Unfiltered says, legendary, the word. 2025 is a very epic kind of a year in a number. So I had to get this. I paid about $120. Secondary should be about $250 for this bottle. I don't know if I can tell you if it's going to be officially a buy. We're going to drink it now. We're going to taste it. The point of the matter is, I paid $120 for this with tax. It came out to about $130. For me, that's okay. That's all right. I'm basically paying a premium, a little bit of a $30 to $30 premium, so that I don't have to go store by store finding this. I had it in front of me, and I was lucky enough to find this one on the shelf. Every store should get about one of these. Okay? Again, let me say this. Every store should get at least one of these. Even if it's a bigger retail store, even if it's a bigger retail store, they should always have just one of these at every store. Okay? Let me say that again. One of these. You should only find one of these. Maximum of these that you should find in the store. Four is the max that you should find if they get lucky. Jim Beam decides to send the store 4 of them. They get really lucky. Okay, cool. Point of the matter is, this is going to be the first time I have one in a while. And I did pay premium. So, before anything, here we go. Let's nose this out. Whew. Just nosing it out, it really honestly, I have that Jim Beam profile, and to me personally, Jim Beam profile, a lot of peanuts. A lot of peanuts, a ton of peanuts. As a matter of fact, there's so many peanuts that I think I'm going to put this back and I'm going to actually put it in the box. Let's put it in the box and let's start putting the meat out here. Looks good, looks good. Okay, we're gonna start doing this. And for some of you watching, maybe you've never had a Booker's in your life, well, you can experience it with me here. Point of the matter is, I want to go back to that nose. So we're doing this one, Booker's. I'm gonna put this right over here. Let me nose this one. That's a ton of peanuts. Ton of peanuts, oof. It's like peanuts and cinnamon that I have. Peanuts and cinnamon, I don't know if I can say officially if that nose is something amazing, but I'm gonna say so far right now, it's basically what I thought of Booker's. Starting to get a little bit better. Now remember, it's 127 proof. If you let this air out a little bit, you will probably get a little bit more to the tone of what it really is, right? You're gonna get a little bit of more closer of what it should really taste like in maybe a month or two. Make sure to let the air out, but you do have a lot of peanuts on here. A ton. I'm talking about a ton of peanuts. A ton of peanuts. Okay, a ton of peanuts. All right, here we go. I'm looking forward to this. Here we go. Ton of peanuts. So far, a ton of peanuts. Ton of peanuts. Oof, a little bit, a lot of cinnamon. Cinnamon, peanuts, and the nice little note that I'm getting on here that's really taking over now. Oh, oof. Wait a minute. Look at that. Look at this. You see the lines? Oof. That is bold. You saw those lines? Those lines usually means it's going to be really thick when you drink it. Oof. All right, here we go. We're gonna move some of this on the side here. I think this is good. Boom. All right, here we go. Let's notice this out again. It's honestly getting better over the span of time that I'm actually nosing it out. It's getting really, really nice. And it does have a almost like a thick. It seems like it's super thick. And you could kind of tell. You kind of tell. Look at the glass. The whiskey is getting stuck on the glass. Look at that. See the whiskey? Look at that. It's getting stuck right on the glass. That's pretty bold. That's pretty bold. Let's see how. Look at the color on that. Man, look at the color on that. Oof. Nice color. All right. Here we go. Listen to that again. I'm starting to find more of that oak peanuts, cinnamon, mainly cinnamon at the beginning, and then you get a lot of it. You're starting to get a lot of oak. I don't want to really review it, but you know what? I have to really review it. Right? Have to really review it. Let's nose it out one more time. It's actually really nice. It's actually really nice. It actually reminds me of one of the better Booker'S out there. One of the better Booker'S. Here we go. The best part about this is that it's not overwhelmingly hot. Usually with some of these, you go deep down into this and it's super hot to the point that you could probably burn out your eyelashes. But this one's actually really, really nice. Booker'S again. This is 2025 Booker'S. Okay, again, let me say this. A lot of peanuts. I'm getting an overwhelming amount of caramel now. Super nice caramel. Oak note is very nice. It's going along with the cinnamon. I'm gonna say the oak note on here. It's getting better and better. That's really good. Okay, so the first ever review, maybe this is going to be the first ever review on YouTube when it comes to this bottle. And over here, you guys get the privilege to see the first review of this bottle for a lot of you watching. If I want to save you money, I'm going to save you money right here on the stream. If you like that I save you money, please don't forget to send a super chat if you like what I think of this whiskey. And for all of you, if I get to save you guys $150 or $200 or $100, that's all that matters. Here we go. You guys ready? Oof, can't wait for this one. Here we go. Let's nose it out one more time. That is really, really nice. It seems so thick. Look at the color on that. Here we go. Before we do this stakes, we're going to do this Booker'S review. Let's drink this up. Cheers to the chat room. Cheers to the Reaper crew. Here we go. Let's drink this up. Cheers. Here we go. Wow. Wow. That's gotta be one of the better. It reminds me of Beaten Biscuit. This actually might be better than Beaten Biscuit's one of my favorite all-time Booker'S. This is really, really, really good. Holy Lord. Has to be a good $200. Easy $200. An easy $200. That is overwhelmingly damn good. The first thing I get is the cinnamon. Cinnamon and caramel is the first thing I get. That is ridiculous. I can still taste that cinnamon. Cinnamon is just flowing through. And the best part about this is that I'm not going to need to put any water into this whiskey. That is the 10 out of 10 thing about this. Oh, shoot. I'm not going to have to put any water on this. You know what it is for me to say that? Holy Lord. I get a good amount of just everything on here. Everything on here. Very nice. I'm also getting a little bit of on the finish. I'm getting a little bit of it's not a super long spicy finish. This is literally a $200 bottle right here. A $200 bottle. It has to be one of the better Booker'S out there that I have ever seen. And the reason why, I'm going to tell you on my second sip. I'm going to tell you exactly why on my second sip. But before I do my second sip, I'm not going to drink water. And again, if you drink Booker'S, you already know. Sometimes when you drink this, it dries up your mouth. For the bad Booker'S that I have seen, the really bad Booker'S that I've seen, they've dried up my mouth. They've been super strong, super spicy, super overwhelming, and they've been too much. This is 127. 125, my bad, 125.7. I thought it was 127. 125.7. And this over here doesn't taste like 127. I'm 125. It tastes like 110. It tastes like 110. It also has a richness on here. Now, the best thing I can tell you about this is that I literally don't need to put water. Holy Lord, Lord Jesus, you've done something right. Here we go, let's drink this up. That reminds me of Elijah Craig. Holy Lord. Cinnamon is the main thing on this whole palette. Cinnamon's the main thing. If it doesn't have that caramel, this is nothing. I do have a little bit of almost, holy Lord. Holy Lord. This is really good. Good amount of spices. Good amount of spices. Nice honey. I'm tasting a little bit of honey. And the peanut note on here. The peanut note on here is just remarkable. I'm going to say this. This has to be one of the better Booker'S. I think it's the best Booker'S that they've released in probably a couple of years. This is absolutely, if you can't tell, I haven't even got to drink a piece of water. None of water. No water. Now, the one thing I'm going to say, it does have a little bit of a honey taste to it. Peanut note on here. It gives me almost like a dessert type of a peanut note, almost like a little bit of a chocolate type of a peanut note. Have you ever had an ice cream that you dip into? You ever had an ice cream you dip into? It has a little peanut, it has a little bit of chocolate, little bites of chocolate. It does remind me of that a little bit. But it does have that cinnamon. That cinnamon is just, it's perfect. Usually if something has cinnamon and spices, it's overwhelming. But this is really, honestly, one of the best Booker'S. If I find more of these, I'll buy more of these. Let's drink this up. Oh, that is the best Booker'S I've really tasted since Country Ham and Beaten Biscuit. That is the best Booker'S I've tasted since Country Ham and Beaten Biscuit. That was the years of Booker'S. And this right now, oof. This right now is remarkable. Holy Lord. I think I'm going to drink the whole thing. I'm probably going to drink a little bit more. Again, I'm going to say the finish. It doesn't have a super long finish, but understand you're going to get a little bit of spices to linger on the finish. Just a little bit of spices. It's not going to be overwhelming. The oak note, I'm going to say, the oak note, you really can't taste much of an oak note because it's overwhelmed by that cinnamon. And you have a caramel that makes it a little bit sweet. The only sweet thing here that I can find is that caramel. That caramel's super sweet and super nice. And that peanutty flavor that you usually find in Booker'S, it's tuned down to the max. This is excellent. This is really good. Am I going to buy another one of these? 100%. This is a bottle that I'm going to buy more of. It's probably one of the better Booker'S out there. I'm going to say this. There's no fruit in here. I know some of you out here, you're looking for that fruit. There's no fruit in here at all. No fruit at all. No fruit. I can't detect the fruit. Only thing I can detect is maybe that it's almost like a sweet honey flavor. You can detect a little bit maybe sweet honey flavor. But I can't really take anything out of the normal. I'm not going to put water in here because I personally think it's going to ruin it. But if you want to, I will. I might have to put water in here just to prove myself that it doesn't need water. Personally, I don't tell you to put water in here. Let's drink this up. That is ridiculously good. That is so good. Oof, that's good. Is this better than... Okay, let me say what balls this is better than. Henry McKenna. This is better than Henry McKenna, yes. Is this better than Eagle Rare? Of course. Is this better than... Ooh, this is going to be a hard one. Is this better than Cornelius Taylor? Whoa, 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 calm down. Is this better than Russell's tenure? Yes. Is this better than George Zickel? Any of the George Zickels? Yes. Is this better than Blankton's? Yes. Is this better than all the Old Foresters? Oof, calm down. Old Forester 100. It could go step to step with this one. If you like the stream so far, hit that like button, tap the screen a couple times if you have it. Subscribe here in the corner if you have it. Over here, you can hit the little dots. Better than the whole line of Old Forester? Yes, except one of them. Except one of them. As a matter of fact, wait. Old Forester, except 3 of them. There you go, 3 of them, except 3 of them. This one beats 100 proof, 100%. Beats 100 proof. It doesn't beat the high proofers, obviously the rye and the bourbon doesn't beat those. And it doesn't, I personally don't think it beats the 10-year Old Forester. Let's keep on talking about whiskeys that this beats. This beats, personally I think, sorry to say, I think this beats Elijah Craig. The Elijah Craig that we showed, the last Elijah Craig that we showed on the stream, which was the last batch of 2024, it beats it. This beats Elijah Craig. It's really good. This beats the whole Horse Soldier line. What else? Willet. I think this beats most of the Willets. Except personally, Johnny Drum. I like Johnny Drum. And I do like, for the Willet, this estate, Willet distillery, I think I like over this, personally. Just because I'm different. Pure Kentucky and Johnny Drum. But this does beat the whole line of Penelope, 100%. The whole line of Penelope. Let's drink this up. Whole line of Penelope is beats. That is remarkable. That is so good. I'm gonna be honest with you guys. This beats the Jack Daniels. You guys know that I like to praise Jack Daniels for their barrel proof. But this one is actually better than this. This Booker'S right here is better than this. Okay, better than the Jack Daniels single barrel proof. Yes, it is. Believe it. I just said it. This Booker'S is better than this. This Booker'S is also better than the rye. It's not better than Coy Hill. It's not better than Coy Hill. But still, for this to be better than those that are very popular, really good. Another bottle is better than. It's better than any of the wild turkeys. Any of the wild turkeys you find at the stores. The only wild turkey I have out here that's empty will be this one. It's better. That Booker'S is better than this one, even though this is one of my favorites. One of my favorites. Oof, one of my favorites. One of my favorites. Is it better than Buffalo Trace? Yes. I think it's better than all of the Buffalo Trace. Most of them started with the regular Buffalo Trace. It's better than the regular Buffalo Trace. Better than Albert T. Lee. This is better than the Hancock. This is better than all the benchmarks, obviously. This really, oof, we got a super chat. Super chat from Who Dat. First super chat of the stream. Thank you, Who Dat. Just wanted to say George comes home Tuesday. Huge shout outs to George and huge shout outs to Who Dat. Huge shout outs to George and Who Dat. Who Dat. It's great to see you on the stream. I know I was talking to her before the stream on Instagram. If you guys, any of you want to reach out to me, that's the only way to reach out to me. Again, I do get a bunch of messages, so if I don't respond, usually it's because you don't have a membership or a wrench. I usually try to respond to the wrenches and my members, right? Who Dat, don't forget to renew the membership, Who Dat, because you might lose the color. Who Dat, you might lose the color. Maybe. You might lose the color. I don't want you to lose the color next to your name. Don't forget to renew it. Who Dat. And to renew it, I'm going to show you how to renew it for all of you that want to get that membership. Shout out to who that. All of you that want to get that membership, don't forget, all you got to do is click the link in the chat room. I can't put it in the chat room right now. Boom, boom. Put it in the chat room. Click that link. Renew the membership so that you can keep on getting that color. The more months that go by, the more the color of your emoji next to your name changes. We want to make sure that all of you are OGs and make sure that the world knows that you're OGs. You guys don't know what OGs is? Original gangsters. Yes. I'll make sure that all of you know. Always renew your memberships. Huge shout outs to who that though. Huge shout outs. Okay, this is what we do. So far, huge shout outs to who that. I'm going to go in the chat room. I'm going to give a shout out to my members and also for everybody in the chat room. They would say Farm Kitty's in the chat room. Shout out to Farm Kitty. Road 17G. Good to see Road 17G. Also good to see Joe Waters, April Neal. I think Al Gordo was there. They go, who that? Shout out to who that? Member. And don't forget who that always. You can always send a message, right? You get a free message per month, just in case. You can just add it on any time of the streams, any day. When you get one per month, YouTube. Thank you so much for renewing your membership. And I'm going to do this for who that? Who that? Welcome to the membership club. Anybody that gets memberships, renews the membership on the streams, I usually give you a shout out. Point of matter, who that? This is probably one of the best bookers I've had in a long time. They did really, really good. I paid about $130 for this. Here we go. Let's drink this up. One more without water. Here we go. That is incredible. You can't. I'm going to say this. This is the best thing that they've ever done. I'm getting more of that peanut. Oof. I'm finding a little bit more notes. On here. I have a little note on here that I can't say that I can say it's what it is. We're going to put a little bit of water on here and see if I can find a little bit more notes. A little bit of water, just a tad. A little bit. That's all I'm going to put. This Booker's doesn't need water at all. Is this better than any of the wild turkeys? Personally, this could go heads up against the wild turkey, the anniversary wild turkey. And I personally think the only difference between this one and Curly H. Taylor is that this actually has nuts. And it has another note on here that I'm trying to find. I'm trying to figure out what it is. But again, this is a buy. You got to buy this. I always tell you, don't buy the Booker'S. I always say, don't buy the Booker'S, who that? I always say, don't buy the Booker'S. They've been horrible. They've been bad. They've been not worth the money. But now inflation went down, and ladies and gentlemen, 2025. I had to get this. 2025, and it's good that I got this. Here we go. Let's nose this out. Ooh, that nose is a little bit different now. Ooh. Wait, it's a little bit different. Okay, wait, before I say anything, we have to season our meat. I'm forgetting that we got the meat here. Woo! Man. Here we go. We're going to season this. Boom. We're going to put this over here. Here we go. Move this over here. Oof. Okay, we used a seasoning yesterday. It was called Kinder's the Cowboy Butter, okay? Only problem with this seasoning is there was missing salt. I used a good amount of this yesterday, and I personally think it's amazing. It's really good, but it's missing salt. So, in replacement for that, now that I use it for the couple times, I think I used it like 3 times already, we're going to add a little bit of salt and a little bit more of something else. We're going to use this. Again, I don't like using this by itself. But to me, I just don't like it by itself. I don't like it by itself. I'm going to say this again. I don't like this by itself. But it complements a lot of seasonings. So let's put a good layer of this. Oof, before we put the good layer, we got a little bit of runoff. We got a little bit of runoff. Got a little bit of runoff over here. A little bit of oil runoff. Got to make sure to capture all that oil. All right. Now we have that good. All right, here we go. Shout out to who there in the chat room. Here we go. Kinders. Okay, one little layer. Okay, yes. One little layer. Okay, before we do another layer. Before we do another layer. I kind of want to drink more of this. It's really good. Here we go. Now this is with the water. Oh, with the water. No. With the water. Wow. That's unbelievable. I found a note. I think this is why I like this so much. This to me has a tobacco note on here. It has a tobacco note. This is why I like this so much. It has a tobacco note on here, and I can find it. If some of you don't know what it is to have a tobacco note, it's a funky note. It's a weird funky note. And then it gives you like a, I don't know, some of you don't smoke cigars, but it gives you a real heavy-duty tobacco note. And I like this. You can only find it personally. You can only find it if you actually put, a little bit of, yes, put a little bit of water in here. That's remarkable. That's got to be the best Booker'S ever. Whoa, that's good as hell. Damn, that's good. How much would I buy this if I couldn't find it this year? So let me tell you the price that I would pay for this if I couldn't find it this year. I'd pay up to $200 for this. Personally. That's me personally. I'm telling you personally, I would pay up to $200 for this. Why? You're probably asking why. Because it's not very often you find these Booker'S that taste amazing. Last time, again, let me repeat this again. Last time I really said that one of the best batches, Beat and Biscuit, long time ago, in the Country Ham, 2 of the best. But this doesn't have that sweetness of the Country Ham. This has a cinnamon, spicy, but it's not too spicy, if you understand what I mean, fragrance community. It's not too spicy. It's spicy, but it's not too spicy, if you know what I mean, fragrance community. And it does have that sweet rich. I don't mean sweet as in candy. It has that thick, almost beautiful, nice caramel. And it gives you, on the finish, I get a little bit of a tobacco note. I do get a little bit of tobacco note filled up with a ton of peanut notes. But the peanut notes over here is almost, again, I'm going to repeat again, it's almost like you dipped into, what is that, that ice, there's an ice cream called Rocky, who that probably knows, who that seems like she likes ice cream. There's an ice cream called Rocky Roads. There you go, Rocky Roads. You know how Rocky Roads has little chunks of something? Imagine little chunks of peanuts. This is what it reminds me of, and I do like it a lot. Let's drink this up. Wow. Oh. Oh, remarkable. Oof. 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 That is remarkable. Wow. worth the money that I paid. Every dollar was worth it. That is remarkable. All right, so now we're gonna put. Oof, that is. I'm gonna have to put. I'm gonna pour more of this. This is so good. I never say that about Booker's. Here we go. Let's put the. Let's put the finishing product. Boom. Bing bang. Yes, yes. Bing bang. Cowboy butter. Again, use this. I'm 100% sure this mix is going to be amazing because just by itself, the cowboy butter, I personally think it needs a little bit of salt. So here we go. Flip this around. Flip this around. Flip this around. Oof. A little bit of fat on here. I'm going to let it hang. I'm going to let it hang. Man, that whiskey's really good. Damn. Holy crap. Here we go. Kinders. If all of you don't mind, I have a pet elephant that I rescued from Africa. I have a pet elephant that I rescued from Africa. His name is Rodolfo. Rodolfo, let me pet him real quick. Some of you probably asking if he could talk. He can't talk. He's a damn elephant. But one thing he could do is he could make some sounds. So let me pet my elephant real quick. His name is Rodolfo, straight from Africa. Wait, was it from Africa? Wait, my bad, my bad. I was watching National Geographics. My bad. That's in my head. No, he's from India. India. I saved him. Saved him. All right, let's pet him. Wow. What an elephant. Love that elephant. Rodolfo. Rudolph, my bad. Why the hell I keep on saying Rodolfo? Rudolph. Anyways, point of the matter is we have to do the sides. When it comes to New York strips, right? When it comes to New York strips, you gotta do the sides, my friends. You see these sides, you gotta do these sides, my friends. If you don't do these sides, you ain't a real cook. If you don't do these sides, you ain't a real cook. There you go. If you don't do these sides, you ain't a real cook. Okay, here we go. Now on the sides, I'm just gonna add this. I'm gonna add the Kinders. You know what? We should go all out. Let's go all out. Screw it. Cowboy butter too. There go cowboy butter and Kinders. Pat that baby down. Pat that baby down. Oof. Look at that. Look at that. Oof. Look at that. Oof. Dang. All right, now we have this going. We just aim this a little bit down. Let me just make sure you guys know. Let me just make sure you guys know. This Booker's is so good. We're gonna have some more. Okay, I really like this Booker. It's really amazing. We're gonna have some more. But this time I'm drinking. I'm gonna actually put water also, more water. I'm gonna put more water. So let's place this somewhere. I can place this inside. This Booker's is really good. Woof. Holy heavens. Might be the best Booker's ever. Might be. Nah, it's not the best Booker's ever. No, calm down. Not the best Booker's ever, but I can say this is well worth $200 easy. So for all of you, let me give you one more ride before I tell you if this is a buy. One more ride. Booker's 2025. Is this worth it? I paid $130 MSRP. It's about $100. Should be about $100. Let's see over here. Again, let me see if this is a real deal. That's the real deal. Wow. Get yourself two of them. Get yourself a box. That's a real deal. But you know what? I'm going to say this. This is a real deal. I'm going to say this. For a lot of you that do not like tobacco, I'm going to say this. If you guys do not like tobacco, don't add water to this whiskey. Okay? This is Booker's 2025. Do not buy. It's good for if you can find it for $100, buy two of them. My recommendation: buy two of these. They're going to be hard to find. Once people start reviewing this, they're going to say, "Wow, it's really good." And if any reviewer ever reviews on YouTube and says that this is garbage, you know what? You should definitely unsubscribe from them because this is not garbage. This is really probably one of the best things that they've done in a long time. I know Booker's has been trying to get their act together. They did it. They did it on this one really, really well. It is not over-spiced. There's not a lot of rye spice or a ton of cinnamon. It doesn't have a lot of oak char on here that ruins the whiskey. It doesn't have a long, strong amount of peanuts on here that ruins the whiskey, that makes you think that this is a $50 whiskey. No. It doesn't have that. So again, if it doesn't have that, that's a real plus. I'm going to buy two more of these if I find them. This is probably one of the best. Reason why I'm going to buy two more of these is because it's 2025. It's a hell of a number, 2025, right? This is why I would buy two more of these. 2025. Did you guys ever think you're going to make it to the year 2025? Some of you thought Armageddon was going to happen in the year 2011, right? You guys thought the world was going to end and blow up. Well, guess what? We're in 2025. Insanely good. But again, let me just say this. If you don't like tobacco notes, don't add water to this. Let me repeat again. Shout outs to who that. Shout outs to who that in this chat room. If you do not like tobacco notes, do not add any water to this. Oh my Lord. It's getting better. The caramel's starting to come out more. Oh my Lord. Oh. It is so good. And again, I like tobacco notes. So guess what? Oof. I love tobacco notes. For all the big YouTubers out there, all the big YouTubers are not going to buy this. They're not going to buy this. They think that this is going to be a dud. They're so sick of buying all the Booker'S. Guess what? I know when to buy. I know when to sell. That's just what it is when it comes to the stock market. You buy high. Wait, time out. The YouTubers buy high and they sell low. I buy low, and I sell high. What am I trying to say? What I'm trying to say is that I've been avoiding Booker'S because I know they've been bad. 2024, I also avoided Elijah Craig, and I did a good thing by avoiding Elijah Craig. 2024, I don't personally think it's not the best year that they've ever done. But Jim Beam, if they're putting this out here like this in the first batch, the first ever batch, you can only expect that this year I'm going to buy all of them. Each one, the Booker'S that come out this year, I'm going to buy each and every one of the Booker'S just because this one's so good. If I find them, I'll buy them. But again, I'm going to buy as many as I can of this. This is how good it is. Is it better than... Let me talk about this. Is it better than any Alabama whiskey? Yes. Is it better than the whole... Is this better than the whole line of High West? This is better than the whole line of High West. Better than Midnight Dram? Better than Midnight Dram. Is it better than the whole Penelope line? This is better than the whole Penelope line. If you like Penelope, well, guess what? This is better than the whole line. Stop buying it. Just buy a couple of these. This is really good. Booker'S 2025. What other distillery should I mop up? What other distillery should I mop up? Climaze. Is this better than Climaze? Yes, this is better than all of the Climaze. All of the Climaze. This is really, really just so, it's so perfect. This is what an American bourbon whiskey should taste like. If there was something in my head that gives me an idea of what's the perfect Jim Beam Booker'S, this would be the perfect Jim Beam Booker'S because it has that peanut and it's surrounded by other notes that are not overwhelming. And I think this is really probably going to get trendy. For all of you watching, here we go. Let's drink this up. Now I'm going to drink it with water. That's insane. It stays thick. It stays rich. How does that stay rich and thick when I just put a little bit of water? Look at this. Even the walls. Look at those walls. Look at those walls. Look at those walls. Dang. We don't got no stained walls. We got officially old walls. Dang, that's good. I'm going to say this. I'm going to say this off the limb. This is better than the cheapest Garrison Brothers is $80. This is better than the cheapest Garrison Brothers is $80. This is actually probably better than, I'm sorry to say, I would prefer this one over the Russell's Single Barrel. Oof, that's a hard one. That's a hard one. This is better than the Russell's Single Barrel. Oof, I can't believe I said that. Oof. This is better. What are the whiskey? Well, obviously, you guys know it's better than this one. This one's like $40. It's better. It's better. Is it better than? Oof! I spent $200 for all of you recently. Orphan Barrel, Pursuit, Fang Pursuit. Is this better than Fang Pursuit? Yes, I spent $200 on a whiskey that is from Orphan Barrel. This is better by a mile than Fang Pursuit. By a mile. And Fang Pursuit, I paid $200. Okay, is this better than the regular Blanktons? Yes. Is this better than Blanktons Gold? No. It's not better than Blanktons Gold. I'm sorry to say it's not better than Blanktons Gold. What the hell? Are you kidding me? You joking me? Is this better than? What other whiskey could this be better than? Let me start ripping some distilleries out there. Let me rip the whole Sagamore line. Yes. Oh yes. This is better than the whole second. Let me just rip up some companies out there. We gotta give some Throw some whiskey companies in the chat room. Do me a favor. Throw some whiskey companies that I haven't mentioned in the chat room. We're going to rip them. Blue Run. This is better than the whole Blue Run line. Just this whiskey itself is better than the whole Blue Run line. Dang, this is good. Dang, this is good. Better than the whole Blue Run line. Blue Run. The whole Blue Run line. Throw some companies in the chat room. Templeton. Jesus. Somebody said Templeton. Templeton straight dookie. This is better than the whole line, even the rise, even the rise, even the rise, even the rise. This is really, really something. This is better than, oof, I'm sorry to say, Widow Jane, you're in the back burner. You're in the back burner. This is just going to kill the whole, they're gonna bankrupt them with this just one bottle. Dang, this is good. Somebody throw in the chat room, Buffalo Trace, RRP, Buffalo Trace. Well, I'm going to say this. I'm going to say this, for anybody that says RIP, this is a little bit better than a lot of the Buffalo Trace bottles out there. This goes head to head with the small batch. Okay, the small batch has a good strong caramel note, and it has a little bit of extra stuff. But the only difference between this and the currently aged Taylor small batch is this has a little tobacco note. It has a little bit of peanut, right? A little bit of peanut up in your, you know what? And also, it does have some spices that it's a little bit elevated compared to small batch. Somebody in the chat room says, Evernorth, dang, this is, come on. Don't be putting no Evernorth on here. There's 100% better than Evernorth. Evernorth, better than Evernorth. Oof. Better than Evernorth. This is also better whiskey. Now, by the way, this is brand new, okay? Let me drink, ooh, this is insane. Ooh, this is insane. Let me drink this up. This is better than the last blood oath. Can you believe that? Better than the last blood oath. Oh, my Lord. Oh, my Lord. That is insanely good. It's better than the whole whiskey. You know what? I'm going to rip Canada. Let's rip Canada. This bottle is better than the whole line of Whistle Pig. The whole line of Whistle Pig. You've seen the Boss Hog. You've seen all the other ones, right? You saw me show you the 15-year, $300 bottles. This whiskey itself is better than the $300 15-year Whistle Pig. That's how good this is. It's better than the whole line of Whistle Pig. It's insane. Insane. Better than the whole line of Whistle Pig. What is the company I can rip? I want to rip some ass out here. Let me see. Bullets. Oof. Bullet. This is better than the whole company of Bullet. That's how good this is. The whole company of Bullet. Other companies I can say that's better. This just one bottle is better than the whole company. Bullet. I'm going to say also, I'm sorry to say, for some of you, I do know some of you like this other company. Bibb and Tucker. Bibb and Tucker. This is better than the whole Bibb and Tucker line. Just this one bottle is better than the whole Bibb and Tucker line. Why even buy all the Bibb and Tuckers when you can get this? If you can get this. This is better than the whole Bibb and Tucker line. I don't care if it's a 10-year. I don't care if it's a special release Bourbon. Better than the whole Bibb and Tucker lineup. Dang, how many companies can I rip? How many companies can I rip in a couple seconds? Oof, I can't even think of any other company that I can rip. But Widow Jane, better than Widow Jane. Better than Penelope. Better than Blue Run. Better than Bullet. Better than Bullet. This is also, oof. This is also better than 1792. I'm sorry to say. Can I say, is it head-to-head with 1792 foolproof? Personally, the only bottle this heads up in is the foolproof. So the foolproof of the 1792, it's strong, it's nice, but it has a lot of caramel and it has a spike of a sharpness. Only difference between this and the 1792, you're not going to find that sharpness on here. This is so rich. If there's one whiskey out here that I could say that it's rich, that it's not sharp, that it's perfect, it's high proof, This one over here, Booker'S 2025. Let's drink this up. Again, I put water in this. Look at this. I put water in this. Here we're going to drink this. Huge shout out to Satisfied. Huge shout out. We're never going to forget Satisfied with that red super chat that he sent. One day, we needed some help. He gave some support in the chat room. Satisfied, huge shout out to Satisfied, one of our great members in the chat room. Here we go, let's drink this up. This is probably better than, I'm going to say it. This is better than 80% of the scotches that you guys drink. 80% of the scotches. If you guys are into scotch, 80% of the scotches, this will knock out the whole lineup of Macallan. Wait, time out. This will knock out the lineup till it gets to 18. Once you get to 18, over 18, okay, then calm down. But this is really, it'll knock out 80% of the scotch whiskeys out there. It's honestly really that good. I'm going to say, for any of you that want to get Jack Daniels, regular Jack Daniels, that you think you can compare it to this, it doesn't matter what Jack Daniels. You could get the regular triple mash. You can get the rye, that's cheap rye, right? There's another rye that's cheaper. It's like 40-something, I think 50-something. This is better. I think the only Jack Daniels that this can actually go head-to-head with will be, only Jack Daniels could go head-to-head with would be the Jack Daniels 14. The Coy Hill's going to beat this, obviously. But the 14, Jack Daniels 14, head-to-head to this one, that would be a good battle. But the Coy Hill's it's a lot better than this. Again, price range is a little bit different, and a little bit with the proofing. Coy Hills are a little bit stronger. What are the company out here? I talked about the Buffalo Trace. This rips up all the Buffalo Trace bottles, right? What Buffalo Trace is better than this one? Well, the Stags. Oof, the Stags are really good, depending on a good stag. On a good stag, it's a little bit better than this, obviously. George, let's not talk about the antiques. Let's talk about the regular ones, right? So the regular benchmarks beats the regular benchmark. I did say earlier, Elmer T. Lee, this is better than Elmer T. Lee. This is better than the Blankton's. This is not better than the Blankton's Gold. But I can say this, it's close to being the same as the Blankton's Gold. If you want to have a Blankton's Gold, this can be close to it. I think I have a box out here where the Blankton's Gold is. Here we go. Let me show you. Blankton's Gold. Okay. This is Blankton's Gold. I'm going to put it right here just for a second. Just for a second. Blankton's Gold. We're going to put it over here. We're going to put it. We'll put it right here. Is this better? Is this Booker's better than Blankton's Gold? Okay, so let me repeat again. Blankton's Gold is my favorite Blankton's. It's my favorite Blankton's because it has a tobacco note. And maybe that's why I like this Booker's. You can find this Booker's with the tobacco note if you put water. If you don't put water, you're not going to find that tobacco note. I have water in here already. I wanted to taste that tobacco note. Let's drink some. It's so good. So, let me repeat again. There's a little tobacco note on here. If you're tasting something that tastes like cherry, but it's not cherry, it's a funky taste. A funky taste, but it tastes like it's cherry. It's not cherry. Reason why it's not cherry is because usually if it's dark cherry or a dark cherry, my mouth waters. My mouth waters a lot. With the tobacco note, usually, if you find the tobacco note, it kind of tastes like cherry, but it doesn't taste. It tastes a little bit almost like a leaf, herbal, and it makes it funky. And it doesn't water. It doesn't make your mouth water. Okay? So if you find a little funky note that's a little bit, that's what I could recommend for all of you. If you want to find a tobacco note on a whiskey, and you find the note on here that doesn't taste completely like cherry, but it tastes like cherry, but it's not water in your mouth, and it's making the whiskey a little bit kind of funky. It's a tobacco note. And I could find a little tobacco note on here, mainly when I put water on here. And the difference between this one has a good amount of tobacco note that's really in your face. This one actually, the Blanton's doesn't have peanuts. And that's another thing that this has up against this one. If you want peanuts with caramel, this one has it. This doesn't have those peanuts at Blanton's Gold. Again, the Blanton's Gold's real nice. I like this. It's one of my favorite whiskeys in the world. But again, I'm going to say, for $100, the Blanton's Gold's about $200, right? The Blanton's Gold's about $200. $200. Now, is that Booker'S better than the regular Blanton's? Is it better than regular Blanton's? Yes. It's better than the regular Blanton's. It's better. Just by drinking it without water, it's just better than this. I think the only comparison I can say that has a little bit of a comparison that's a little bit the same, maybe the rich caramel. This has a little bit of caramel on this one, and a tad bit of honey. We got a tad bit of honey and caramel on both of them. That might be the only thing. Might be the only thing that these two have similar. But that's about it, right? This has got to be one of the best Booker'S out there. Jesus Christ, this is good. Let's drink this up. Huge shout out to all of you. Man, this is good. Honestly, I'm going to say this off the limb. Off my limb. Anybody that's new into whiskeys, you'll automatically like this whiskey. Anybody that's new into whiskeys, ain't no way you're not going to like this. This is really good. Really, really good. So, Joe Waters, I'm going to say this, Joe Waters. We're gonna say right now, Joe Waters, if you have the chance to buy this, Joe Waters, my recommendation is to buy this. Okay? My recommendation is to buy this. If you have the money to buy this son of a gun. It's that good. It's really, really good. I personally would rather tell the rookies to buy this. Personally, I would want the rookies, anybody who's not into whiskey, I would want the rookies to buy this because you have a hard to find whiskey, right? And it's something that, it's hard to find a whiskey that's like rare and unique. So if you have a bowl or if you have a collection that you have horrible whiskeys, you just don't know about whiskeys, right? You have like maybe 4 whiskeys or 5 whiskeys that are like Buffalo Trace. Maybe you suck so bad. You suck so bad in looking for whiskeys that somebody recommends you Bullet whiskey, Bullet bourbon, and you just add it to your bar, and that's part of your collection. Don't worry. You could always tell everybody, you know what? I don't drink Bullet, but you drink Bullet. That's okay. You buy this whiskey, and I can guarantee you, there's nothing bad about this. Really, really, really outstanding. The point of the matter is, hey, we gotta cook. I kind of want to try to figure out what whiskey this is close to. And personally, I can't figure out what whiskey this is very reminiscent to. The only whiskey that I can say that is very close to this one, it has to have peanuts. Right? Peanuts, like almost like induced with a little bit of we're not gonna say chocolate, but like Rocky Road's kind of a chocolate note on here, which you don't usually get when you put water. Without water, when you first drink it, you might taste it. If I can compare this to a whiskey, what whiskey would I compare this to? I think the Bakers. The Bakers, yes. I think the Bakers. The Bakers is the only one that I can compare this to. Wow. The bankers. We got a super chat in here. Super chat from Cosmic Kitty. Is Wood Reserve good? My daughter says it's good. Don't get that, Cosmic Kitty. Don't get it, Cosmic Kitty. Cosmic Kitty, that's good for cocktails. It's great for cocktails, okay? Cosmic Kitty, if I were to recommend you, if you're new into whiskeys, I recommend you, here we go. You can get this, or one that your store always has will be Bib and Tucker. Bib and Tucker. Get the one that's double charred. It has like an orange. Get the double charred. Bib and Tucker is what I recommend rookies. I would recommend rookies. Bib and Tucker. It's an all black bottle. That's what I recommend. Or Buffalo Trace. But don't get Woodford Reserve unless you're making cocktails. Reason why, Cosmic Kitty, thank you so much for the super chat. Reason why, Cosmic Kitty, is because it's very thin. Okay? It's very thin. Cosmic Kitty, let me say this. Woodford Reserve is very thin. That means that it's going to be almost watery. It's going to be watery like Joe Waters' thoughts. It's very watery. So what you want to do is, here's some recommendation for me to give you. Cosmic Kitty, if you're new into whiskey, okay? First one you should always look for if you're new into whiskey that's inexpensive. Russell's 10-year. If you can't get Russell's 10-year, get the wild turkey. Any wild turkey that you can find for a good price. Get any wild turkey you can find for a good price. Wild turkey is the one with the turkeys on it. If you can't get wild turkey, get Buffalo Trace. Buffalo Trace, any Buffalo Trace is good. Get it for a decent price. They're about $26 for the 750. If you can't get those, go to the Bib and Tucker section. They have Bib and Tuckers that are double char. Get the double char one. You really like it. And if you can't get that one, get the cheapest Bib and Tucker. It's a good brand for newbies. Do not get Basil Hayden. Please. Do not get Basil Hayden. Don't get Basil Hayden. Don't get Basil Hayden. And again, this is a great one. But Woodford Reserve, I personally don't recommend Woodford Reserve unless you're making cocktails, okay? Cosmic Kitty, there you go, Cosmic Kitty. Hope you enjoyed that one. And also, Jim Beam. There's a Jim Beam Black Label. If you like chocolate, a Jim Beam Black Label, it's cheap. It's very cheap. You get a big one, it's cheap. You can get the Black Label one. I think it's what is it, gang? 7 years, right? I forget. I think it's 7 years. That's a really good one. Jim Beam, I think it's 7 years. It's a really good one. But I'm going to take this off the screen, and I want to actually compare this Booker'S with one of the ones that I have here, a 10-year. I said a 10-year. What the hell am I thinking? Okay, I'm gonna show this for Cosmic Kitty for all the rookies. Nobody talks about this. If you find this one, you should be able to find this everywhere. This is underrated. This is better than Woodford Reserve. The regular Woodford Reserve. This is better than regular Woodford Reserve. Nobody talks about this. One of my favorite bourbon whiskeys to have with Coca-Cola, lime, ice. I like to have this when I'm literally trying to wake up. This is 100 proof. This huge bottle goes for like cheap price. The reason why it's going for a cheap price is because nobody talks about this. This is really, really good. So, Cosmic Kitty, if you ever find this at the store, buy this one. I recommend you this one. It's really good, and you're going to really, really like this. It's very smooth, and not only is it smooth, it's great for rookies and enthusiasts alike. Tomorrow, I will be doing a cigar stream. I'm gonna pair up a nice bourbon with a cigar, expensive cigar. Hard to find cigar. Anyways, Baker's 13. You guys already know if you don't know. Basically the same, right? Jim Beam, same company. I mean, the same distillery, right? Same distillery, basically. Same company, basically, yes. Anyways, let's drink the rest of this Booker'S. It's really good. Oof. Damn, I haven't got a super chat. For like how many minutes? Like 30 seconds. Cosmic Kitty, thank you so much, Cosmic Kitty, for adding to the stream. Important matter is today's Friday. I hope you guys are enjoying the stream. Joe Waters, go get this son of a gun. This is what I want for Joe Waters. Here we go, Joe Waters. This is what I want you to do. Here we go. This is what I want you to do. And hear me out. You tell me, yes, I hear you. This is Joe Waters. This is for Joe Waters, one of our ranches. All you have to do is say, yes, I hear you. Or say, gabagoo, gabagoo. Say whatever you want to Joe Waters in the chat room. Okay, in the chat room. I want to make sure that some of you that want to start a channel right. Okay, so Joe Waters, it says over here, gabagoo, good, all right, good. All right, so this is what I want to tell you. You're going to do a review on this. Go buy this bottle. Buy this bottle. Buy this bottle. Buy this bottle. You're going to use the title name. Title name. Okay, on the video that you're going to do. Okay, here we go. This is the title name. Best whiskey I've had in 2025. Best whiskey I've had in 2025 for the money. Okay? That's what you're going to do. Title name, best whiskey I've had in 2025 for the money. And then put / Booker'S Bourbon Whiskey. Anyways, you're going to buy this bottle for $100. Because he told me he could get this for $100. If you get two of them, buy both of them. I guarantee you. I know Joe Walsh what he's going to do. He's going to go back home. He's going to pop it open. You're not supposed to pop it open before the video, but you could do it before the video. What matters on the video has to be open. The video has to be open. You can't do a video and say it's the best whiskey ever, and you don't goddamn pop it open. Pop it open. So this is what Joe Walsh is going to do. He's going to go to the store. He's going to buy one. Go back home. He's going to pop. He's going to drink. He said, "Damn, he was right. I need to get another one." He's going to go back to the store, waste some gas. He's going to go 100 miles per hour thinking somebody's going to buy his whiskey. Who gets there, is the whiskey still going to be there. He's going to buy another whiskey. He's going to go back home, and he's going to do a video. Use the title on the video. Okay? First thing you're going to say on the video is... my name is Joe Waters. I've been missing for 15 years. Hear me? We should be officially back. Are we back? Are we back? Are we good? Are we good? Are we good? Are we good? Can you guys hear me? Are we good? Are we good? Are we good? Are we good? Can you guys hear me? You're back. Good. You're back. I don't remember the last thing I said. You know what? Reason why we probably froze is because YouTube doesn't want me to give recommendations for other channels. That's probably what it is. That's probably what it is. Give me YouTube doesn't want me to give recommendations. That's what it is. That's what it is. Anyways, point of the matter is, we good. Good stuff. All right. Somebody says good. We're good. All right. So now we're gonna have Baker's 13. I'm gonna start cooking soon. I want to try this just a little bit. I'm not gonna have a lot. What year is it? Let me see. Are we good? You guys can see me, right? We good? We good? We good? Are we good? I think we should be good. We should be good, right? We should be good. Should be good. Are we good? Are we good? We should be good, right? Boom. We should be good. Okay, here we go. Baker's 13. Here we go. Baker's 13. Baker's 13. That's what happens when I say YT. YT. When I say YT, that's what happens. Here we go. Let's drink this up. Okay, you see? It's over here. This over here, it's just a little bit creamy, vanilla creamy, a little bit of spices. And personally, I will say, I'm going to say this. I will say, there's no denying how good this is. This is ridiculously good. I'm gonna drink this for the rest of the stream. This is ridiculously good. Ridiculously good. Joe Waters, I don't know how much you heard about what I said. We're having Baker's 13. Expensive whiskey. Oof. That Booker'S is no joke. That Booker'S is no joke. Holy heavens. Okay, so I'm going to start moving some stuff out of the way. By the way, again, we're using this. Beautiful, right? Again, good olive oil, good olive oil. Are we having issues? Can you guys hear me? Let me know if you can hear me. If you can't hear me, let me know, because officially YouTube does that to me sometimes. When I go too hard, and I give recommendations for other people, they don't like it. You're just really blurry. Okay, let me try to fix it. Here we go. Let me try to fix it. Over here, we got a super chat. Over here, we got a super chat. Farm Kitty says, Reaper, you're super blurry, but it sounds really good. It's super blurry presents. I'm trying to fix it. It's usually not me. It's usually YouTube. I think we should have fixed it. We should have fixed it already. What you think? We fixed it. I think we fixed it. We good? We good? I think we good, right? We good. Okay, now that we're good, I'm going to drink more of this, because this is... Bob Loves Whiskey. Looks good and sounds good. Thank the Lord. Thank you so much, Bob Loves Whiskey. Huge shout outs to Bob Loves Whiskey. All right, so we're looking good and we're sounding good. We're looking good and we're sounding good. That's good. So I'm going to put this right over here. Those are the two seasonings. We're looking good finally, right? Okay, this is what I'm gonna do. This is what I'm gonna do. We're looking good finally. This is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna drink more of that Booker'S because I like that Booker'S. I love that Booker'S. Damn. That Booker'S is so damn good. Holy shit. That Booker'S is really, really good. Damn, that Booker'S is good. That Booker'S is really, really good. Damn, I can't explain how good it is. I think I did explain it earlier, but I just can't. I can't get to your hearts and say, you know what? This is the reason. No, no, no. You guys have to just believe me how good this is. I'm gonna drink it without putting water on here. Here we go. Let's drink this. That's god dang ridiculous. Not all the Booker'S are good, but this one's insane. Marvelous whiskey. Thank you so much. Farm Kitty. Farm Kitty. Thank you so much, Farm Kitty. So far on the stream, we haven't even got close to $100 on Super Chats. That's okay. We're gonna start cooking, right? We're gonna start cooking. Before we start cooking, we're gonna move these. We're gonna move these before we start cooking. Before we start cooking, dang, look at that. Beauty. Beauty, beauty. All right, we're gonna put this over here. And we're officially gonna start cooking. Let's start cooking these New York strips. Let's start cooking these New York strips. Let's put this over here. Put it over here. Let's start cooking these New York strips. Ooh, let me put this over here. I'm gonna take this off. I'm gonna put this right up here. Here we go. Here we go. By the way, if you guys are watching, if you want to get the perfect setting, in the settings, there's a quality. There's a quality that you can watch, right? It's 1080p that you should click, or 4K, right? 4K. If you're watching right now and you're trying to figure out, wait a minute, I can't see this in 1080p. What you want to do is in the settings. There's the settings in this video. You can click the settings, and you can click the quality that you can watch this. The highest quality will be 1080p. Point of the matter is, wow, this is really, really hot. Really, really hot. Oof. This is hot boy status. Hot boy status. Hot boy status. Put it a little bit closer. This is hot boy status. Again, this is the charcoal over here looking beautiful. Put some nice charcoal on here. This charcoal is giving that heat. Charcoal giving that heat. Real hot. Real hot and steamy. Real hot and steamy. What am I drinking? Booker'S. Again, I'm drinking Booker'S. Before I put the steak on here. Look at that. Nice and hot. Beautifully nice and high. Booker'S, Booker'S, Booker'S. 2025 Booker'S. Nice. Look, it's Friday. It's Friday. I need to boost some of your energies up. Let me boost some of your energies up. We got to boost some of your energies up somehow. That's what we do. We got to boost some energy up. We got to boost some energy up. Over here, I'm going to do this. 5 super chats. We're going to put a goal in the chat room. I'm going to put a goal in the chat room. 5 super chats if you want me to play some music. I'll play some music. Just 5 super chants. I think that should be good. 5 super chants, teal super chants. Here we go. I'm going to put this on here. I'm going to give you guys 30 minutes. 30 minutes. I'll just put that on there for all of you. Again, I'm doing a New York strip. 3 New York strips. I can't eat 3 of them. I can't eat 3 of them. I'm going to give one. I'm going to go visit my parents. I'm going to give one to my father. So I'm probably going to give one to my father. Nice. Oof. I'm going to keep this over here. Matter of fact, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this over here. Boom. Put this over here. Boom. Boom. Let me see how it's looking. It's looking good. It's looking good. I'm going to keep this nice and close. Nice and close. I'm going to put a goal in the chat room just to give you guys a little bit of laugh. If we get 5 till super chants, I play some music. Old school, new school, whatever you want. As long as it's not one of those Gen Z songs. Here we go. Booker'S. Man, I like this. Ain't that's good. Ain't that's good. Wow. That's remarkably good. Damn. Whew. That's damn good. Okay, what I'm going to do is, I'm going to keep this nice. I should put some butter on here, right? I should do it ahead of time. Let's put some butter on here ahead of time. Is this a good view? Is this a good view? Let me know. Is this a good view? Let me know. Let me know. Is this a good view? I wanted to actually put a good view on here. But you know what? Oof, why am I putting it this way? I shouldn't be putting it the same way. I'm putting it horizontal. Look at that. horizontal, right? I'm gonna let this butter. I'm gonna let this butter get good. Yes, get good. Over here, Joe Waters, fantastic meat view. Good. Thank the Lord I got a good view. As long as you let me know. Again, Joe Waters, I hope you got the Booker'S. I hope you drove to the store to get this Booker'S. This Booker'S is ridiculous. This Booker'S is insanely good. Let's drink this up. Wow. That Booker'S is so good. Wow. Really good. Really, really good. Really good. Damn, that's really good. Okay, I'm gonna say something for some of you. This is what I'm gonna do. Okay? On this stream, I'm gonna say it right here. I'm gonna say it right here on the stream. For anybody that's watching that wants to meet me and wants to have a calm time and a nice time, this is where it gets. This is where it gets. You either, okay, here we go. You can send a $200 super chat on the stream. You can meet me in Miami and we could have a nice little time smoking cigars and having some whiskeys, right? That's going to be anybody that wants to meet me. $200 super chat. You have to be in Miami. You have to meet up in Miami in a certain whiskey spot, right? Or what I'm going to do is for the elite members, you can meet me if you have that membership. If you have that membership to be an elite, super elite member. If you have that super elite membership, you can meet me, right? And at the end of the day, I'm going to have to tell you guys on tomorrow more about it, okay, more about it. But for all of you ones, and I want to make sure that some of you have a good experience. If you like these streams, if you like what you see and you like everything that I talk about, at the end of the day, if any of you want to meet me, has to be a maximum of, again, I'm going to say this, okay? It has to be a total of a couple people. I'll figure it out. But the point of the matter is I want to make sure that you guys know I'm trying to figure it out so some of you can actually meet me here in Miami. If any of you are in Miami, I want to figure it out. Point of the matter is we're going to move this. Boom. Move this over here. Move this over here. Move this over here. I'm going to figure out where we do the group meeting, right? Maximum 5 members. I'm going to figure out group meeting. I don't want 20 members. I don't want 100 people. 5 members. I want it to be VIP. Okay, 5 members. As a matter of fact, max will be 6. I like the number 7 and 6. Max will be 6. I don't want 100 people wanting to meet me. I want to be a little bit more exclusive. To make that more exclusive, 6 or 7 members, okay? 6 or 7 members should be good enough. 6 or 7 members. I'll figure that out eventually, and I'll put it on the elites. Oof. Look at that. Look at that. Okay. I'm gonna say this right now. We're gonna put this away over here. Boom. Alright, we're gonna put this away over here. Boom. I'm gonna put this away over here. Boom. Oof. Unfortunately, I can't make it. I can't make a soup, can I? Let me see. Yeah, I can't make a super. Oh, maybe I can. I just put it over here. I usually do this. I put it around the butter. Let's see. I'm going to put it around the butter. I'm putting it around the butter. So here we go. We're going to do this. I'm going to put it around the... Oof. Put it around the butter. I'll put it around the butter. Oof. Oof, I'm going to put it around the butter. Again, remember, New York strips have a little bit of fat on the side. Beautiful. Those steaks are getting nice and rendered. If you like the stream, hit that like button and subscribe if you haven't. Nice and rendered. Wow, my neighbor must not be home. She's usually outside stalking me. Real nice. Real nice. Real nice. Okay. Real nice. This is decent. Decently good. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put this in. Oof. That's decently nice. Put this over here. Boom. Put this over here. Over here. Right here. And now this is where it gets nice. I'm gonna just base it. I'll put it real close. Again, I'm adding fat. I'm adding a little bit of fat to my steak. Okay. I'm adding a little bit of fat to my steak. Oof. And a little bit of fat to my steak. Looks good. This is, again, what I want to do. Beautiful. Dang. You gotta close up your grill, okay? Close up your grill. Again, I'm not putting it over the charcoal. You know what I'm gonna do today? Ladies and gentlemen, I was planning on going out today. I'm gonna drink more of that Booker'S. And I'm gonna look at the stars. Oof, that's what I wanna do. I'm gonna look at the stars today. There's no stars out there. There's so many clouds. I wanna look at the stars. I wanna look at the stars. Before I look at the stars, good. Put that light on there. Open that up. You know what? I'm April. Yes. We got April in the chat room. I'm not going to drink any more bourbon. I'm going to say this. I just remember something. I'm going to drink a wine. April for you, April. Huge shout out to one of our great ranches. One of our best ranches. One of our best ranches. One of our best ranches. April Neal, one of our best ranches. She's amazing, right? April Neal, one of our best ranches. April, what I'm going to do for you? A bottle of wine. I wanted to drink a Malbec. If you don't know what a Malbec is, it's a strong. It's not a beginner wine. A Malbec is a strong wine that it enthuse it. Well, I was gonna say, wait a minute. A Malbec, it introduces you to a stronger life of wine. There you go. That's what I meant to say. I want to look at the stores and drink some wine tonight. I'm not gonna drink the rest of whiskey of the Booker'S because that Booker'S hard to find. I need to buy another one. So good. Here we go. Holy Lord, nobody wants to listen to music. Lord, I put a goal in the chat room. I don't think we hit it. Nobody wants to listen to music. I feel you. It's Friday. Some of you had a long week. I feel you. Let's close this. I'm gonna give one to my. One of these steaks are going to my father. I'm gonna go visit my parents tomorrow. So one of these steaks is going to them. One of these steaks is going to them. Yes. Nobody wants to listen to music. I feel you. Dang. Real nice. Let's take this off. Nice. I'm not going to chore it up like I usually do. I just want to make sure you guys know I'm not going to chore it up like I usually do. Usually I chore it up. This is nice, but I'm not going to chore it up. I'm just not going to chore it up. Okay? We got that going. We're not going to chore it up. All right, let's take this off. This is a big piece of charcoal. Look at this charcoal, how big it is. It's a goddamn asteroid. It's an asteroid. Let's put this asteroid away. That is literally what's pumping. That's what's pumping the barbecue right now. That big charcoal. You know, I'm thinking about the time that I went with my father. My father took me under a bridge one time to go fishing. I just thought of that. You know, he deserves it. I hope he likes it. He deserves a steak. If you guys have a father, don't forget about your father. Sometimes they do the best they can to give you a good time. Doesn't mean that all the time you're going to have a good time. One of the biggest times I ever had with my father was when he took me under the bridge. I saw some dolphins and I saw a barracuda. And also, Also, I saw a lobster. I was trying to catch a lobster under the bridge in Key West. In Key West. I'll never forget that day. That was the most epic day I had alone with my own father. And he probably doesn't even know. He probably doesn't even know. All it takes is a regular day. Regular day. That's all it takes. A regular day. So if you have any kids, remember, all it takes is a regular day. They remember forever. If you have a nephew or a niece, a regular day might be all it is that it takes to be amazing, right? Anyways, point of matter is, one of these steaks goes to him. I'm gonna go visit him tomorrow. I'm gonna go visit my parents over here. April Neal. April Neal with a super chat, $10 super chat. April Neal says, "Wife, if you love you, Joe Waters send them super chat, darling." Oof. Pressuring. Oof. Joe Waters, you know what? Joe Waters he's trying to. Joe Waters he can't send super chats. Joe Waters can't send super chats. You know why he can't send super chats? Because he's going to be broke. He's going to be broke soon. He's going to be buying this Booker'S. Over here, Joe Waters, apparently I've been asked to spend money. Joe Waters, I just saved you. I just saved you a ton of money, right, on this Booker'S by not buying any Booker'S previously, any year. This is the best Booker'S so far. Joe Waters, thank you so much for the $10 super chat. Huge appreciation, Joe Waters and April Neal. Maybe we got a love connection in the chat room. Point matter is, this is going to be for April. It's going to be for April. Guess what, April? I charged it. I charged it. Joe Waters, here we go. I charged it, April. I don't know how to use this. I don't know how to use this, honestly. I'm going to put this on top. I don't know how to. Okay, let me lick my fingers. That is insane. You know what? I'm going to get all the sauce. Damn! Use the same seasoning I used. Lord heavens! Damn, that's good. Okay. So before I say this, so this is what I got. Edgar Roman's out here. I got 100% Malbec. And guess what? I'm going to use this opener. Wait a minute. I got to get a wine. I got to get a wine glass. I got to get a wine glass. I got to get a wine glass. Ladies and gentlemen, you know who likes this? Women. Women like this. So for gentlemen, if you have a woman, if you want to get into that booty in the front and the back, this is the way to go. But you know what? I don't got time. Too many women in Miami, their ass stinks. There's a lot of women out here that look so amazing. They're so amazing. Their ass stinks. I'm going to say it for all of you to come to Miami. Be careful. Be careful. Over here, April Neal. April Neal just says over here, no love connections, panda. Oof. Dang. You know what? That was a horrible April Neal. Joe Waters is going to be sleeping tonight thinking about what the hell you just sent. Over here, April Neal with the $10 super chat. She says there's no love connection between Joe Waters and her. Oof. You know what? That hurts my asshole. Oof. Got another $10 super chat from Joe Waters. Joe Waters says in the chat room after that, oof, it's getting a little bit drama. Got a little bit of drama in the chat room. Joe Waters says, I didn't even ask to be set up, but it's nice to know where I always stand. It's always nice to know where I always stand. Oof. We got some hurt feelings. We got some women out here trying to be masculine. Oof. April Neal. She's slapping it up. Joe Waters throwing that tariff on April. April throwing that tariff on Joe Waters. What's happening in the chat room is crazy. Holy heavens, what's happening in the chat room is pretty crazy. April O'Neil just slapped some tariffs on Joe Waters, and Joe Waters slapped the tariff, 200% tariff, on April O'Neil. April, let me just say this. I've never used this. I never used this thing before. So let's see how this goes. Oof, we got some drama in the chat room. Oof. That's so goddamn awesome. Did you see what I just did? What the hell? I've never done it in my life. I've never done. Look at this. Holy shit. Wow. Okay. This is a big thing. I don't know how to use this. I might just ruin this wine. I don't know how to use this. First time I ever use this. Uh-oh. I don't even know. Okay, this goes down. How does this work? I don't know how this works. Have some common sense, Reaper. Have some common sense, Reaper. I don't know how this works. Okay, so here we go. This goes down. That goes up. Here we go. I've never used this before. Let's see how this works. Never used this before. It's gonna be crazy. We got some drama in the chat room. Dog, and cat fight. Here we go. Yo! Whoa! Holy shit! What the hell just happened? What the? Oh shit! What the hell? What the hell just happened? I feel like it just went into the future. What the hell? I don't even know what this. Dude, I'm living in the future. I don't even know what the cork just vanished. Holy Lord. What the hell? Jesus. That is insane. What the hell just happened? I don't even know. You know what? I'm gonna put this right here. I don't even know what just. You know what? I'm gonna just say it like this. I don't even know what just happened. What the hell just happened? What the hell just happened? Hey, gentlemen. Oof. Let's give a huge shout outs to, we're going to end the stream right now. Huge shout outs to April Neal, Joe Waters. Also, all the super chats has been sent today. We're at $70 on the stream on a Friday. That's amazing. Ladies and gentlemen, huge shout-outs to the USA. Huge shout-outs to U.S. Marines, U.S. Army, U.S. Navy, U.S. Air Force, and U.S. Space Force. Shout-outs to the Space Force battling the aliens over there on the moon. Ladies and gentlemen, there's a mouth back. I'm going to take a sip, and you already heard about Booker'S, but ladies and gentlemen, let's see. Is this good? Oof. I'm not going out tonight. I'm not going out tonight. That is ridiculous. Notes. It's a deep red color with hints of purple. Yes. If my teeth are purple is good. Rich blank fruit, red plum, aromatics, smooth, concentrated, tannics, long and firm and strong finish. You know what they say about strong finish? You'll make sure if you have a strong finish, she's going to be shaking her legs. There you go, Joe Waters. Let's drink this up. Outstanding. That's a good wine. 100% Malbec. 100% Malbec. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to end the stream right now. Thank you all for tuning in to the stream. We'll give you a shout out to Andrew in the chat room. Andrew, let me know when you get the fragrance. Should it be tomorrow or next week? Andrew, shout out to Andrew, Farm Kitty. I see Farm Kitty, April Neal, and Joe Waters, both of them. In the stream with a lot of passion. Both of them in the stream with a lot of passion. How much passion can I say on the stream? How much passion? I don't know how much passion. Point of the matter is, holy Lord, April Neal, this is insane. I feel like I have one of those things. Look at that. Oof. A Reaper. Officially signing out. Ladies and gentlemen, I can't wait to eat this. Oof, this thing's melting. Oh, look at that. Look at the size. Oof. Look at this up. Dang, that's good. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to end the stream. Booker'S is a buy. And this wine, this wine is a buy. Ladies and gentlemen, Reaper Crew, you know what time it is. We're number one. Hit the like button for the video. Don't forget to hit that like button. Subscribe. Hit the like button in the corner. Comment down below. We're going to stream tomorrow. We stream as much as we can every day. For all of you watching, you guys are amazing. Huge shout out to the last one I see in the chat room. And officially, we're about to sign out. Who's in the last one I see in the chat room? Joe Waters. I see you, Joe Waters. April Neal. I see you, April Neal. We got some strong hate love. We got some strong love. Joe Waters likes 400-pound pandas. April Neal, she got the rich blood. I'll see you all soon tomorrow. I hope you enjoy the stream. You guys are amazing. Don't forget to hit the like button. Don't forget to comment. Don't forget to hit the like button. Shout out to Who Dance chat room. Reaper officially signing out. I'll see you tomorrow. I'm going to be doing a great stream tomorrow. I'll see you all tomorrow. Reaper signing out. What a stream. Booker'S is a buy. Yes, it's a buy. I'll see you all soon. Don't forget to hit that like button. Don't forget to subscribe. Reaper Crew, you know what time it is. We're number one.